Hello, welcome to Back to Coding. For a better understanding of this video, I highly recommend you to check out the previous video or the complete playlist in the description below. Today we'll be talking about how to set up and use the Android support library. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and bell icon so that whenever I publish a video, you get notified instantly about it. The Android support library package is part of the Android SDK and available to download in the Android SDK Manager. To set up your project to use any of the support libraries, use these steps. First, download the support library with the Android SDK Manager, or verify that the support libraries are already available. Second, find the library dependency statement for the support library you are interested in. Third, add that dependency statement to your build.gradle file. In Android Studio, you will use the Android support library, the repository in the SDK Manager for all support libraries, to get access to the library from within your project. You may already have the Android support libraries downloaded and installed with Android Studio. To verify that you have the support libraries available, follow these steps. First, in Android Studio, select Tools, Android, SDK Manager, or click the SDK Manager icon. The SDK Manager preference pane appears. Second, click the SDK Tools tab and expand Support Repository. Third, look for Android Support Repository in the list. If Installed appears in the status column, you are all set. Click Cancel. If Not Installed or Update Available appears, click the checkbox next to the Android Support Repository. A download icon should appear next to the checkbox. Click OK. Fourth, click OK again and then finish when the support repository has been installed. To provide access to a support library from your project, you add that library to your Gradle build file as a dependency. Dependency statements have a specific format that includes the name and version number of the library. First, visit the support library features page on developer.android.com. Second, find the library you are interested in on that page. For example, the design support library for material design support. Third, copy the dependency statement shown at the end of the section. For example, the dependency for the design support library looks like this. The version number at the end of the line may vary from the one shown above. You will update the version number when you add the dependency to the build.gradle file in the next step. The Gradle scripts for your project manage how your app is built, including specifying the dependencies your app has on other libraries. To add a support library to your project, modify your Gradle build files to include the dependencies to that library you found in the previous section. First, in Android Studio, make sure the project pane is open and the Android tab is clicked. Second, expand Gradle scripts if necessary and open the build.gradle module app file. Note that build.gradle for the overall project, build.gradle project app name is a different file from the build.gradle for the app module. Third, locate the dependencies section of build.gradle near the end of the file. The dependencies section for a new project may already include dependencies several other libraries. Fourth, add a new dependency for the support library that includes the statement you copied in the previous task. For example, dependency on the design support library looks like this. Fifth, update the version number if necessary. If the version number you specified is lower than the currently available library version number, Android Studio will warn you that an updated version is available. Edit the version number to the updated version or type Shift Enter and choose Change to xx.x.x where xx.x.x is the updated version number. Sixth, click Sync Now to sync your updated Gradle files with the project if prompted. All the support library classes are contained in the android.support.packages. For example, android.support.v7.app.appcompat_activity is the fully qualified name for the appcompat_activity class from which all of your activities extend. Support library classes that provide support for existing frameworks APIs typically have the same name as framework class, but are located in the android.support class packages. Make sure that when you import those classes, you use the right package name for the class you are interested in. For example, when applying the action bar class, use one of android.support.v7.app.actionbar when using the support library, android.app.actionbar when developing only for API level 11 or higher. The support library also includes several view classes used in XML layout files. In the case of the views, you must always use the fully qualified name of that view in the XML element for that view. Although the support library can help you implement single apps that work across Android platform versions, there may be times when you need to check for the version of Android your app is running on and provide the correct code for that version. Android provides a unique code for each platform version in the build constants class. Use these codes within your app to test for the version and to ensure that the code that depends on higher API levels is executed only when those APIs are available on the system. Don't forget to check my other videos which can be helpful to you.